Hey, sports fans, Larry Eater here. This is Conversations with Larry. Today, we're going to talk about an interesting subject, why girls should run sports, specifically why girls should be running cross country and track. I have a book on my shelves back here. This is the Laren Hall. I was telling you guys about that. I've got over 1,000 books here, but there's a book that's near and dear to my heart that is from 1888, and it's called Why We Train. And those stories in the book are interesting. Inside the cover, this is the reason why I bought it. A gentleman wrote in pencil all his measurements from 1887, 1888, 1898, 1899. And he weightlifted and ran and did all kinds of other things. But in the book is a chapter on why women should do sports. Again, this is from 1888. And in there, it talks about the health benefits, but also the mental benefits for women, which they obviously call the fairer sex in sports. Here's my deal. If you have a daughter, a niece, a granddaughter, a friend, young woman friend, encourage them to get involved in sports. One of the things that sports brings out in guys is it gives them a confidence of having achieved goals. It's the same thing for women. Title IX's been around for a little more than 50 years, but there are still many who don't believe women should do sports, and it's very weird to me. Track and cross country were two of the first. I remember being at Santa Clara in 1979 and 1980 when Dan Durante and trying to think of one of Dan's buddies, Mr. Forcell, started the women's program, and they got a little guff from Santa Clara administration, but soon they embraced it. And we had a really good women's cross country team. Many women who had played basketball and ran in high school and were really getting into running in college. And we put together a pretty strong little team. The thing about individual sports that are also team sports, cross country and track in particular, is you challenge yourself. There's a wonderful motto from Adidas, impossible is nothing. And the idea of challenging your own goals and surpassing them gives you confidence. But it not only gives you confidence in sports, it gives you confidence in every other part of your life. And that's the thing that I think is so important. They talk about how in the business world it's important for women to learn how to play golf and play tennis because so many decisions are made in those venues, and that's true. But there's a lot of decisions are made on a run with a friend and a walk with a friend. So the idea of being able to get out there and do something physical and discuss challenges in business and challenges in life are a big thing. I wholeheartedly encourage everyone to run cross country and track. I was the last person on my team for several years, and I really enjoyed it. When I finally started placing and things like that, I enjoyed it more, and I started challenging myself more. And it took me 300 races before I won my first race. And it was a real treasured event. So I think that what I'm trying to say is that if you have a young woman in your life that you care about, your daughter, granddaughter, niece, cousin, just a friend, and they're looking to a sport, encourage them to try out cross country, encourage them to try out track. They're wonderful sports. There's so many life lessons there, and it will help them compete in the world. And those things are very important. So this is Larry Eater. Tell the girls and women in your life to run, encourage them, support them. The sport is there. There are a lot of women running right now. The fastest growing sports in the high school girls firmament are basketball, track and field, and cross country. They're great sports. So check them out. This is Larry Eater with Conversations with Larry.